All right, it's been so long since I waited for this movie to finally come out. I can't wait. I don't know if it's good in 3D. Let's go ahead and put these 3D glasses on and see.
Shazam! 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 Shazam, motherfucker!
Yahtzee!
The following movie review is rated R for retarded. In a world full of crime, corruption, and destruction, one man decides to review movies. This is Devil Dog at the Movies.
Hello everybody, it's me, Nate, aka Devil Dog, and I'm back with another movie review. This time, I just got back from seeing Shazam! Now, I have to say, once again, DC hits it out of the friggin' park with this one. And don't worry everybody, this will be a completely spoiler-free review because I want each and every one of you to go and see this movie if you're a fan of superhero movies. Honestly, you will like it. First of all, I'll say that I did see the 3D version, and I would recommend against it. I think the 3D is tacked on and doesn't work well for this particular film. There are a couple scenes in it that the 3D works well, but for the most part, this movie would be better off to save you some money. Just go see the regular version of it. Now that's out of the way, I gotta say this. Hands down, this is one of the most enjoyable superhero movies I've seen in a long time. This is even better than Aquaman, and I actually really liked Aquaman because it had a good mix of action and overall humor, but the plot was kind of stupid in Aquaman. This one has a basic bare bones plot where you have Billy who pretty much gets his power of Shazam by saying the name Shazam to turn into him. And like I said, I don't want to ruin anything for you on this movie, but I will say this: it has to do with the standard issue tropes of a what if scenario. What if you became a superhero and you were only just like a 10 to 14 to 16-year-old kid? How would you react if you got all these sort of powers? And they do a really good example in this movie. I think his name's Zachary Levi. If I say his name, it's Levy. I think it's Levi, like the jeans. He does a phenomenal job playing Billy Batson in this. Honestly, you would actually think that he is the kid who's grown up in this Shazam body. And the basic plot, without ruining anything, is the one, I'll just call him the Wizard, is dying. And he pretty much is in control of keeping the 7 deadly sins at bay in these statues, but he needs to find a successor since he's dying. So he tries over the years to find certain people to take on the role, but none of them are pure enough of heart. They all make bad decisions, so he pretty much passes on some certain people, including the one guy that turns out to be the main villain who has a backstory as well that is kind of understandably sad, and you understand, and you can understand the motivations of this villain. But the guy, the kid he picks to play Shazam, Billy Batson, it's really not his first choice. It's kind of his last choice because he's on the last legs of his life, and he's like, hey, just find me someone. And he doesn't even put the guy through the test. He's like, just grab my staff, boom, say my name, you got my power. And this whole movie pretty much centers upon, to let you know the heartfelt meaning of being who you are with your family and friends. Billy grows up in a family that's not good. He's pretty much in a foster family. He's run from several foster families because of an incident involving his mother leaving him behind. And it's really kind of sad as you actually get through the movie and realize just what really happened, why Billy became in the foster family to begin with. And it really touches on the heartstrings of showing you that your flesh and blood family is one thing, but you can have family nonetheless somewhere else. And also with a great power also comes that good old saying, with great power comes great responsibility. I know I had to steal it from Spider-Man, but it stays so true in this movie because this is like a origin story of the character and explaining everything from the viewpoint of like, what if you became a superhero with all these superpowers? What would you do? Would you use it for good? Would you use it for bad? Would you use it to screw people over? And in this movie, they tackle a lot of those aspects along with a fairly decent story story. The story is kind of bare bones and not that impressive when you get down to it, but it serves the purpose quite well in getting you through this adventure as he fights the main villain, and some other cool stuff really happens. It does have an end, after the credits roll for a little bit, it does have like a little end bit that I highly recommend that you wait. Don't worry, people, it's not through all the credits, just some of the main credits before you have your end scene. But I have to say, so far, DC's got a good track record. Going so far, they saved their butts with Aquaman, and this hands down is great. This is I can say a family-friendly affair, but it does have some stuff in it, including the 7 deadly sins, which, while the effects are really top-notch in this, they're really creepy. Oh my God, they are so evil looking. They look so cool. They look like they were puked right out of a rock concert album artwork sort of thing. I mean, it's so well done. Like I said, the only falter is some of the plot is a little flaky, but other than that, the humor aspects in it are great. The action sequences are very well shot and very well done. It's a very entertaining movie, even though it is a long one. I think this one's a whopper at over a couple hours long. It seemed to keep going on and on, and it had a fairly good ending to it. But the only thing I can honestly say, hands down, is I can actually recommend this to anyone. If you are a fan of superhero movies and you've always dreamt of someday of being like, what would happen if you were Superman and you had all those powers, I can say go see this. This is not, it's got dark aspects to it, but it is overall a nice, funny, heartfelt story about a kid coming to grips with his newfound powers and abilities, fighting an evil nemesis to save the day, his friends and family, and realizing in the end it's not necessarily who you know, but it's who you love. This movie really is a heartfelt movie to let you know, do the right things, be a good person, love the ones you're around, and even if they're not your flesh and blood, you can love them too, because in the end, it's how you feel towards others and how they feel towards you that really counts, and to make sure to use your powers for good and not evil. Please go see this movie. This is a great movie. This is a fantastic movie. If DC keeps making movies like this, they will be back and better than before. Though the Joker movie, I can't really say much about it. I will see it when it comes out. I really don't know what that's supposed to be. It looks more like a tragedy movie, and a really odd origin story for the Joker, which, but that's a different story altogether. But in the end, I would have to say Shazam definitely gets 2 thumbs up from me. I can highly recommend it to anyone. The only thing is it's a little bit long, and the plot's a little bit kind of still way better of a plot than Aquaman. Aquaman was one of those movies you go in and you just forget about it, going for stupid fun. This one's got stupid fun in it too. It's got good action. It's got good effects. It's got good pacing. Honestly, the acting is very well done. The kids do a great job. Zachary Levi does a fantastic job as well. And I don't know who the villain is, but he does a pretty good job as well. All in all, this was a really good movie, and here lately I've been seeing a lot of good movies, and I highly recommend that you go out and you check out and watch Shazam! This was Nate, aka Devil Dog. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching these videos. Please leave in the comments below if you've watched Shazam yet, if you plan on watching it, and what do you think about the movie. Did you think it was good? Do you think if DC keeps making movies like this, they might be back on the map and not fail? And in the end, I always end my videos by saying, have fun, play hard, and remember, people, the devil is in the details. Peace out. Shazam!